tell me what a food desert is?
A food desert, my understanding of a food desert is it's an area, community usually, where there isn't much access to fresh fruits and vegetables.
You are exactly right. Can you tell me what a food desert is?
Nah, I don't know what it is now.
Barely any little fresh foods in this area. Like there's only but fast food joints and like burgers and all that stuff. No freshly grown
And chicken.
food. Yes.
We got plenty of chicken now. Fair, Popeyes right down the road.
Right.
Food desert? Well, it's a place where there's really cool houses and really cool people hanging out, but there's like nowhere for them to walk or ride their bikes to the grocery. So they wind up eating junk food.
Food desert is where you can't find any locally growing food, and you also can't find healthy, affordable food in the stores. And so it's where there's like maybe only convenience stores to find food and maybe restaurants, but there's also like no free food that you can grow, you know.
Back in September of 2015, I was featured in the Tallahassee Democrat for we're trying to find solutions to living in a food desert. A food desert is an area where food is not healthy. Food is not easily accessible. So knowing that and being a single parent and trying to make sure that I have healthy food for my children and access to it, I joined up with the American Heart Association and the Healthy Food Financing legislative movement that they were trying to pass through that would have like corner stores and bodegas that would also offer fresh fruit and vegetables as opposed to just candy and bad food. And so we went to legislation. It did pass that bill, but there are a lot of extras that they wanted to add. So the original bill is not like what it was supposed, that we originally had it for.
Food who?
A food desert is.
Food desert?
Yes.
What's a food desert? Never heard that word.
A food destined?
A food desert?
A food desert, I'm not sure, but I believe it's something of a source where you can buy or grow a lot of food. Am I correct?
A food desert is somewhere where you live where there's nowhere really in walking distance that you can get healthy ingredients. And we're very aware. My wife is actually a environmental scientist. She has a lot of studies in that. But yeah, we're very aware that that's been a problem. And I think, does Frenchtown qualify? Where do you guys have nearby?
A food desert is an area that doesn't have any real fresh fruit and vegetables that are easy to access. So it's maybe if you would have to actually leave your area to get good food, not just like processed gas station type food. So.
Do you know what a food desert is?
No, what is a food desert?
What I think of a food desert is where food is scarce, where it's kind of manufactured instead of homegrown and locally grown. What we're trying to do here in Frenchtown is revitalize the area and start coming up with restaurants and businesses and foods that are locally grown and locally sustainable.
So a food desert is where people spend a lot of their time. They're located, they live there, or communities we're in, like we're in right now, where you don't have easy access to fresh food items. We've tried to resolve that in this area by making sure that we've got fresh food items available, fresh honey, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits that folks can have access to. They don't have to shop at the convenience store or the gas station and come right up the street and shop at a fresh food market.